Hey friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I am so excited to be back here with you guys. Sorry about yesterday's, all the technical glitches. It literally affected even a grocery order. Our daughter went to go pick up groceries about 25 minutes from here, and lo and behold, they aren't having it ready until today, and she's not going to be in the area today. So yeah, I mean, there was some really weird stuff going on. I think it is primarily we live in the country. We're a part of the city now. They've annexed us in, but I mean, we're out in the outer portion in a small town. So it may be cell tower service, but it also may be our phone carrier, which that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, so sometimes we have very limited service. So until we had gotten that semi fixed, I couldn't even think of anything else. So please forgive me. Please forgive me. I made it. Yay! For all of you who prayed for me, made it all 3 days, walked the whole time. Um, Stood in line, did all the things that normal people do, and my body held up. Now by today, I'm tired. I'm a little tired today, but that's okay. I mean, that's normal for anyone. I mean, everybody kept telling me how tired they were every single day, and I was just like, I mean, not everybody, but there were certain people, and it would be the end of the day, and and some of them were older, but I, oddly enough, felt great. Shockingly great. Now, I did eat something thinking it would be good for me, and it was not. And I clearly had a level of reaction to it, so I will not be eating that anymore. I had never had it before. It was a shallot, which is a close relative of an onion and garlic. So I thought, well, I'm thinking they're relatives. I mean, logically they would be. And I've been able to keep those two things in my diet, but my diet may be getting more and more refined to where I might not be able to even keep those. So we'll see. We'll see. Matter of fact, I was looking at a Sam's order, and I thought, I'm not even going to put that garlic on the list. I'm not gonna, because by the time I get this placed at the end of the month, because I make my list as I go, in just curbside type orders, and I may not be doing that. So it is a day by day. That's it. So, all right. At some point, I will come back with a review of the convention, the speakers, and what was my take, whether I'll do it again, just the overall experience. And I think there's a lot of value in that. But I think I've been really praying through, because I'm a believer. If you're new here, I'm a Christian. I've been really praying through, should I start a once a week channel? And I think I'm thinking I might, because my body recovery it ebbs and flows. There's no doubt, but the initial response of my body was mind blowing, and it continues to be. I'm absolutely blown away. Whereas before, if just going to the car and back would have made me have to rest for another day, this going to a convention like this wasn't even on the thought process. I wouldn't even consider anything like that, much less going for 3 days and going by myself, and or without canes or something like a walker with a chair in it. So my life has changed, and I am very, very, very thankful. So, all right. The other piece of business, so to talk about, well, the real business you need to talk about is the Bible journaling camp is open, but you must email me a spot. And in order to get the envelope of goodies that is free, you must email me and let me know you're attending, as well as that you want an envelope, and send me a good mailing address. Your information goes nowhere. Your email goes nowhere. It is, anybody who's done my camps knows that's true. You don't get on my mailing list, nothing. Okay. And, I just need people to register, so I know how many kits to put together. I have everything just about gathered for the kits. I do have to do some printing, but everything is over there. I'll be putting the envelopes together, hopefully this weekend, but I'm not sure, because I kind of have to catch up from last weekend. And we still have gardening to get under control. And we just had a really cool evening, and day yesterday was really cool. and this weekend as well. So it kind of hits Sunday. And I'm really glad I haven't planted some of the things that I have to plant. So anyways, and I'll discuss that more on my other channel when we get there. So we'll have gardening, health, things like that. Health journey. But so I may have to work in the garden this weekend. And I can do it. Yay! Anyway, so all right, guys. But and then the other thing I needed to remind everyone, and I meant to say this, and I'll have to go back and put it in that particular video notes, is you must be subscribed, you must be 18 years or older, and you must live in the United States. Because, I mean, you can do all of it and not, I mean, you cannot live in the United States and still attend virtually and all that. I just can't do the mailing if you're out of the United States. And I'm sorry, guys. I pay for this myself, and I have yet to figure out a way to mail things affordably. And I'm so sorry. I wish I could figure this out, but I know I'm not the only one who struggles with this. So if anybody has any tips or tricks, leave them below. I would love to know. And, but we have a couple signed up. We're still in the early stages because the video didn't come out until Saturday, but I have a limited amount of packets. And I want everybody who comes to get a packet. So please, 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 let me know. Send me an email to josephinesdesigns.com@gmail.com. It is listed below, and put in the subject line, I think it is SSBJC 2023. So Spring Summer Bible Journaling Camp 2023. That's how it comes up with that. And some people put just Bible Journaling Camp 2023, and that's totally fine. And we will go by hashtag SSBJC 2023 in everything that we do. So, and I need to go back and hashtag that, don't I? Anyways, I haven't formally announced this on my Instagram, but we will get there. We will get there, guys. So, all right, I am back to talk about planners. Today, I'll be not just playing with me, but I'm going to talk as we go through about my thought process. So today, I'm using a DEK Designs kit called Swans. We have a family member that is kind of tied to swans. So I've saved that. They are on a trip of a lifetime. So, and they have people staying on their property, but I am super excited for them. I've been on the text with them since, well, yesterday, last night. That text works, praise God. And the phone worked to make a phone call. And so I talked to her before while she was packing. And anyways, and I woke up at 7. I was actually going to get to sleep in, but I couldn't. I don't sleep in much these days. And they had landed on their destination point at 6:30 a.m. So I was like super excited. So we texted for, I don't know, hour and a half. And it was just lots and lots of fun. So I'm super excited for them. I want this in my planner all week. I want to be praying for them, for their trip, for everything that's going on. It has been, it's just a blessing. So I'm super excited. They have family staying there on their property, and so everything is good. They don't even have to worry about any of that. And they have neighbors checking in on critters, and as well as the family members. They have this like incredible trade out schedule. So I'm just really impressed with how well they organize this. But I do want to remember them all week. And so if you got any room on a prayer list, just pray for Chris's friends, and that would be good. All right. And just their trip. I think that would be wonderful. So I wanted this. I saved this specifically for them. Now I'm going to be in my home planner. This is my go-to for everything. This is by Passionate Penny Pincher. I have to honestly say I'm not using it for the financial yet. I wanted to. That was my goal. That's all of that. Life's been a little busy. So I am just going to be very honest and say I have not used it for that. Now, as you can say, it's a pretty dry planner. I don't put a whole lot in it. Sometimes I check things off, sometimes I don't. I am just trying to find my groove this year. I feel like I have too many. And you guys know I freaking plan in one, and then I have this, and then I have the one for the channel. I do like that Hobonichi, but it's a cousin, so I can, write in it, decorate in it, make my list in it, whatever I want to do, but it's just a monthly. I think there's a lot of value in those, and I'm pretty sure I'll keep that going forward. I will definitely stay in this wheelhouse going forward. I just don't know how much freaking planning I'm going to do. I did order for the end of 2023, kind of the school year teacher planner from Kell of a Plan, who is made by Heather Keller. But I'm just not sure what I'm going to do moving forward. I may have that as a giveaway. I'm just not sure. But I do know right now that this is so functional in my life. And part of me wants to do the big, beautiful stickers, but I don't. So I don't. I'm going to save this and this and this for my Bible journaling for this week. And that video I'll be doing today. It'll go up tomorrow. And of course, I'll be doing our Bible tonight. So I'm going to load this up immediately. But I'm not really sure. I just thought I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to try to decorate this. And I'm going to suck it up cupcake and give it a try. So hang with me. In my brain doesn't want to give up space ever in these types of planners. These are very functional. I can make my grocery list. I can make my, and literally I can make my grocery list on the back of this and my menu right here. And that is my divider, which is what I use for the week to week. And a lot of times I'll do that. But really and truthfully, it's this list that is invaluable. And today is Tuesday, so I didn't even get my list done Monday because yesterday was all about the catch up between phone calls to return, between messaging people I met over the weekend. And I still have to message this absolutely precious first person I met who I just adore. And I just want to take good time when I message her to really, take that time to write the way I would, put thought into it. There's the word I'm looking for. Pardon me. But I am just wanting to be sure that whatever I do, yesterday there were just lots of catch-up things, lots and lots of catch-up things. We're coming towards the end of the month. We just came out of tax season. It's hard to believe it's been a week. It feels like it's been 3 weeks, but it was last week. And then I was going to this conference and it was a 3-day conference. So everything is kind of, trying to catch up. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think there is joy in that journey. So, but today, what I want to focus on in this planner is, some of my, my little encouragements. I want to use some of these pretty ladies. I've contemplated using some of these types of stickers, maybe even these for lists. Part of me doesn't even want to do that. I just want to keep with the simplicity and maybe just throw some pretty down. I originally thought I would come back in here and put some of these in, maybe next week. This week I've got a lot going on, so I'm going to save this for next week. But I will use this for a couple of weeks, this particular planner, because that's just how my brain works. So I do know that on Thursday, I will be going up into Austin. My husband will go to work, and Mama gonna get her toes done bare minimum. And I am way overdue. I am super excited. So one of the issues was I've had a problem with one of my feet. So for those of you who've been here for a while, they thought I had cancer on my right foot middle toe a couple of summers ago. And it was a big deal, and it's something that we wait and watch. And in September, I had a blister happen very similar like it had happened on the right foot, on the left foot, and it would just not heal. It just would not heal. I did everything. I tried everything. And so I had even booked the appointment with my my podiatrist and then had to cancel it because of some things that came up. And I think I'm going to do my toes and my nails. I know it's been so long, pre-COVID. I know. But, so I could not go get a pedicure. And I always, because I'm super cheap, I would at least get a pedicure in the fall, in the winter, and then in the spring and summer. So 4 times a year. I know that's pathetic, but and especially as bad as I heard, it was very hard for me to do my own toes anymore. And of course, during COVID, we couldn't do any of that. But I had already been once to have my toes done. And then I jokingly told my sister at one point, I said, well, it's like having a French manicure. That's where it's at now. I mean, it's just horrible, 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 horrible. And my feet need to have it done now because my skin has changed. Everything's changed. For one of the reasons I would go was the bottom of my feet were always just so dry and yucky. And then my toes always had issues as well, clearly. Have a little issue there. But and I'll talk about that more later, but that's changed. So it's just been an interesting day. So these are little bitty tiny page flags. And if you guys haven't watched one of my Bible journaling videos and you're a Bible journaler, if you ever look at my Bibles, they are filled with page flags. Everything I do has page flags. If I do research, it has page flags. So today's Bible journaling, I post it tomorrow, but I will do it today. Most likely. I may end up doing it tomorrow, but we'll see. But I love page flags. They're always in my stash for that. Always and without fail. I like this. I usually use the multicolors of this, but today I think I'm going to use these. This is really good for me. So right now, what I drink is really important, and I'll cover that more later, but on the other channel. But keeping a record of drinking water, etc., just staying really, really hydrated is a very important thing for me. I tend to run on the dry side anyways. I can dehydrate very easily. I've always been that way. And weirdly enough, like I was on varsity almost everything. And my friends would be soaking wet, their hair and everything. I would come out and look like I just come out of a beauty parlor, so to speak. And they were always just so mad at me. I can't believe your hair. And it's because my head never sweats, but my body does sweat. I mean, not like other people. So I don't know why. Maybe because I always had a lot of inflammation. I don't know. We're seeing if that's changing. It'll all change. Everything's going to be changing. It's all going to be changing. But I still need to stay on top of water. Also, some of the things I put in my water, which I don't do that. It's not complicated. It's very simple. Because that's all my brain needs. I need a simplistic approach to all of this. And but I am very interested on keeping a record. Matter of fact, a friend of mine this weekend who's a health coach, who helped me on this journey, who I give her a huge amount of credit. She's one of 2, and she knows that. And I introduced her this weekend as that all weekend, because she was at the conference. If I was talking to somebody else, but I will tell you that, she was just like, you need to keep a record of all these things changing on you. You want to be able to look back and say, this changed, that changed, this changed, that changed, because you're not always going to feel great. You're not always going to go, yippee, I feel good. And, in other words, I feel great right now because my body's had such a drastic change. I mean, drastic. So, and all these leftovers from last week or two's Bible journaling and planners I will keep and I will use probably in Bible journaling. So I'll pull that over there. I tend to take whatever's left over in these kits that I don't use and do that. So this is some of the Happy Planner stuff that I have. I don't think I'm going to use that because it's just too big for this. But I am going to use nap time. So I believe in a Sunday rest. I did not get my Sunday rest because I was gone. But today my husband and daughter are gone, and I'm not going to nap, as this says. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't tend to need those now. But I will take some downtime. And I have some officially scheduled downtime because even God rested on the 7th day when he created the world. He rested on the seventh day. It's in the Bible. So I know for me, that's an important thing. And I want to encourage you guys, especially those that are like me and you've been through yucky stuff health-wise, please, 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 please rest. Please, okay? You deserve that. So I am going to also put this here because I will be measuring some other things, but I will always want to keep my focus for my water. And yeah, I purposely try to always have something, and I'm almost out. So when I get finished with this one, I'll have to go get more to drink. And I drank my coffee this morning, which I've been trying not to. Now if I have to be out in the day, I will definitely not be doing that because I was having some problems with my tummy because I don't eat until later in the day now. I do intermittent fasting, and people argue, well, if you're intermittent fasting, you shouldn't be having coffee, but it's the one thing that I will allow myself to have in the morning, a coffee or a tea, hot tea. So, but more about that in another place. So anyways, but I do want, and I never have anything until I've had water first. I didn't know, I always wanted to do that. I didn't always do it, but I do it now. And that is a really important part of my journey. And again, my journey's my journey, but this is just something that I need to remind myself of. And when I say my journey's my journey, in other words, you do you. I'm going to do what I need to do for my body. So whatever I do is not in any way meant to say, you need to change your life. No way. Who am I to say anything? So anyways, any of you that follow me on Instagram, you will see I posted some pictures. I didn't go into great depth. I did not want anybody to feel like I was like pressuring. So, because I love you guys and I don't want you to feel pressured. So I am using my dumbbells, and I really like to use them on twice a week for my legs. So I have no intention of working my legs at all today. My legs got the workout insanely this weekend. So, but I am going to work on my arms. So I use one sticker for arms, one sticker for legs, and I use the dumbbells. And I know you're probably thinking, well, why would you put a kettlebell down? Because I can put my foot through it. And I need to lift weights, but I have to be so gentle on my knee. And I have good news about that too. And I'll be glad to share that with you guys in that other video and channel. I will be updating you there. But I can use the kettlebell and put my little toes through it and lift up. And it's not the best thing. I do have some ankle weights. I got to find those. But I need to build muscle in my leg. So my legs. And that just seems to be the quickest, most affordable way to do it. I cannot go and like work out. I can't do that. I can't do that yet. So, and I'm hoping I will be able at some point, or work out here on the property. We've talked about building a mini gym out here, and I think that's a must do. So, anyways, but when and we have a ton of equipment, so we should do it. And I think right now that I am excited to see what's going to happen as a result of that. I just have to do it also intermittently throughout the day. I can't do it in one big gym run. I can't do that. I don't, number one, I don't have the stamina. I think I haven't had the stamina. I don't know now. But I have my recumbent bike over here that still has the greenhouse thing on it that is coming off today. So when I send a picture out on Instagram today, that's going to be my picture that I'm going to get that off, and I'm going to get that going. So, and my husband always puts his junk on it. So, that's why we need a gym, and I love him. He's so cute, but I love him, but we got to get rid of it. So, and then yesterday, was more cardio type heart health stuff that I was doing, though I was redirected in that arena this weekend, talking to so many doctors, specialists, and even an orthopedic surgeon. It was great. I was being told, you got to slow down. I mean, You just need to not injure. You need to not injure. And that was not, don't slow down your enthusiasm. Don't slow down the excitement. Don't slow down, but just the, So anyways, but good stuff. All right. So I'm not going to go through anything more. Now, the stretching is invaluable for me. I do think, and I told my sweet sister, the only thing, I am going to work my arms today. I may not do anything else. I'll be resting. But I also want to look for today, which is Tuesday. I want to look for a chair type of yoga. And I know they have them. I just don't want to pay a lot of money for it. So I'm hoping I can find, a YouTube channel. Because I need to stretch. I need all that flexibility that I had all those years growing up is gone. And I need to focus on regaining that. Now, it could be just a stretching program or it could be a yoga. I'm and there are Christians that will be upset about yoga. Don't be upset. Just focus on the physical side of it. You don't need to live, you need to do you. I'm going to do me. And right now, I think there's even Christian yoga out there. Okay, see, I usually use those, but I went with these today. So for my non-Christian friends, pick what works for you. Standing on the floor, in a chair, whatever works for you. And I'm going to put here, enjoy the little things, because I think it's important. And then I'm going to put it up here. So I want to put that on the weekend, because on the weekend we work like dogs. And then, of course, we have church. But then I also want to put it up here to remind myself for the week, enjoy the little things. Enjoy the little things. It's important. So, okay, there's that. Coffee. I had coffee here too. I was so needing a cup of coffee. And at first, I made a decaf. I saved it. I'm going to do I'm going to use it and blend it with ice and make it's not a Frappuccino because I'm not going to have all the goo in it and absolutely no sugar. It has a little trace of stevia in it, but it has my electrolytes. So anyways, but I think I'm going to make that tonight and let that be my dessert. Because every night I'm going to put that here. Every night I have a decaf cup of coffee. And I know people are probably going, oh, you shouldn't do that. Well, that's my treat. That's my dessert. I put some element in it, which is electrolytes, and it has stevia in it. So that gives me flavor and that. And then usually some kind of a cream of some sort. And then I also use Vital Proteins. And I've used that for years. Though it's not a complete protein. Do not use it as a substitute protein. You will be disappointed. Just going to say that. And that was confirmed all weekend long. And I agree. As somebody who used it all those years, trying to use it as a protein, but, and there's better sources for collagen too, but does it hurt to add it? No. And so, since Sunday's gone, I'm going to add this beautiful girl, and then I'm going to add this beautiful girl over here, but in the meantime, I am going to add this because... Yep, there's the swan. And I almost want to put two because they're both there, but I'm just going to put one for the sake of space. And I'm going to put this teapot and tea because we're going to have a little tea probably Wednesday. And for those of you who don't know, our youngest is from China, so we have had every kind of tea party there is, from a Chinese tea party to Japanese tea to, of course, English tea. And the oldest of my kiddos, we always had a tea party for her birthday for many, many years. And her friends loved it. Their moms loved it. And so it was good. So I'm going to put this gorgeous girl here too because she's reading. And I want to be sure that I slow down this weekend and get my reading done, and if bare minimum, listen to my Audible. Okay, guys. So if you're like me and you get really busy, you can put that Audible on. You can wear cordless earbuds. You guys all know this. I mean, I'm just old, so I'm going to say it for anybody who's my age or older. I own them and I forget to wear them. So if I work out in the garden, I don't want to carry my phone around because it can get hot, and unless I need it. But I can also just wear those earbuds, put my phone close by, and I can work in the garden or work in the house or whatever I'm doing. So I don't have to hold the phone. Now, tomorrow is Wednesday. I had planned to work on my bedroom closet today, but my dear sweet youngest daughter did a load of laundry, which was not what I asked her to do when I asked her to do a load of laundry. And I was digging deep last night in the basket trying to get something out because I didn't know she had brought it up. And so today I will work on getting that laundry put away so I can then take everything out of my closet and work on that. And when I say getting everything pulled out and put away, there is a lot of it. There is one whole basket filled for the camper, one whole basket filled for the dining room, linens that have all been washed and rewashed, and then all this laundry that she did for me. And for us. And then in the one load I asked her to do, as I dug through last night, 3/4 of it was her stuff and she didn't take it. So we're gonna have a chat about that. If you bring up the laundry and I don't know what's there, at least get your own stuff out of the basket. Because it was literally a top 3/4 of it. It was just like, I'm so tired. This is the end of the day. Really? It was really. Bless her heart. So I am going to put, this should have been on Monday. So this I'm going to put back here because that's planner. I want to make sure that I keep that in my head. I don't want to get lazy and push everything to Tuesday. So, and I really like doing it either the weekend before, etc. And then I have here is a book. So this for me is Bible study. Actually, I'm going to leave that there for Bible study. And I'll put this here for our Bible journaling, crafting, that kind of a thing. So, all right, in groceries, my youngest, she can't go pick them up today. Our order's not ready until today. I think it's finished up. So she's going to go pick up all that tomorrow. And I am super excited. I have to admit, every now and then, I do get a little bored with my food, but it's because I don't have a running list. So when my friend said, write your like non-scale victories, things that that are changing in your life. I have a separate journal that my sister gave me, and I love it because this God is within her. She will not fail. Psalms 46:5. I love that. This was the perfect journal. She gave it to me for my birthday in this last January. So I am going to use this. I used it in the conference, and I'm going to use it for just that kind of journal. And I keep certain journals. I have one for I have one for church, one for Christian conferences or Christian teachings, either online or in person, and then and now I have this health one, and I'm excited. So, do I need the planner? You can do it in your planner, but I really like the accessibility to be able to like take copious notes if I'm in a conference. And now so many of these conferences you can buy the video stream afterwards that maybe you don't need that. Just saying, maybe you don't want to take notes. Okay, I don't need these, so I'm going to save those. And I'm just going to come back in and put some pretty stuff in. So, here is a picnic basket type laundry. To me is what that looks like. So, we did some here. And I've got another one with picnic blankets and pillows and all that. I'm going to put that here because it's all about the laundry, girl. It's all about the laundry, girlfriend. I am going to get it done. So I'm trying, if you wonder what I'm doing. So this looks like sandwiches that you would make and take on a picnic. So I'm going to put that here. I'm supposed to go into Austin Thursday. We'll see how this plays out. We're not sure yet. I do not think I'm going to have time at all to do food prep. So I think I will move that to Friday. I mean, if I can do it Thursday, I will. And when I do food prep now, I put things out on the smoker. I put things in, I cook them in here, in the kitchen, oven, my Breville tabletop oven. It also has an air fryer, so I'm learning to air fry. And then in a skillet too. So, but there's a lot of things I'm prepping ahead. So when I get hungry, I just walk in and just grab food. So that has been an invaluable process. So, all right. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. So, but I will put this for the garden because this is a lot of fruits and vegetables on a plate. Though I don't eat them, I will plant them for my family and things like that. I mean, we're not going to grow bananas, but we can grow other things. We have grapes on the property. We have pears on the property. We have apples on the property. We have peaches on the property. We have plums, nectarines, all kinds of berries, literally all kinds of berries. I do have lettuce and tomatoes and herbs that are growing. And then, like I had told you guys, I'm converting one whole area into a floral garden. Though my husband put tomatoes that we had volunteers, and then he also put peppers in. So, which I was kind of not happy with because that soil needed to be treated anyways, and he didn't even treat the soil. It needed more compost. It was not a good mix from last year. We had that issue last year with our local company that we go to for organic soil. And yeah, so all right, so now I have here, this is like a little tray with bread and all kinds of goodies on that. And I was talking to my daughter today, and she is going to, I have a brand new Cuisinart, not inexpensive bread machine, and we've never even used it. I'm so embarrassed. And if we have, we've used it one time. But I think it's more the aforementioned, not been used. And so she was like, and they never take anything. She's like, yeah, no, we'll take that. And there's certain things I'm changing in my diet. And she goes like, yeah, no, we'll take that. And because she never wants to take anything. And anyway, so I'm very, very thankful that they're going to do that. And if you guys had listened to one of my previous videos, I think I talked about this. Our granddaughters have been sick with a stomach bug, which also hit their parents, but definitely hit the girls worse. So they are and so please keep them in your prayers. There's nothing worse than a 1-year-old being sick, and especially in a 3-year-old, either one of them. But at least the 3-year-old can tell you, but anyways, it is not what I want for my sweet grands. So I am going to try to call them at some point and do, a picture type call. We'll see. But I think I am going to put this here because I think I want to pick up, I never eat out. I never, ever, ever, except for barbecue. We live in the barbecue capital of Texas. We get barbecue a lot. And it's very good, but it's ridiculously priced. Even from our little back, hole in the wall one here, they've had to go up. And they're not going to come back down, even though the cost of meat is coming back down. And it's just cheaper to make your own brisket. It's cheaper to, we have a smoker. I can throw it all out on the smoker. So, but there's some places I want to go that will support my diet. And I want to, Thursday night, I am determined that we will pick that up. And I know that my husband will not be pleased because he doesn't like to eat out. But I would like a treat. I want a treat. So my treat will be not having to cook for myself. And I think that's wonderful. And I've wanted this for a while, and my husband won't go there. And it's like, I know it doesn't have a great reputation, but it has a good reputation for what I can order. And it's actually number 1 on the list. So anyways, and it's McDonald's. It's McDonald's. So if you guys are looking for healthy meat, that's a good choice. I would genuinely say leave everything else alone, except for maybe a bottle of water, but that's me. You do you, I'm doing me. So if you eat meat, you can get bunless there. And we had it on the way to Michigan, and it was so good this fall because I was gluten-free. So that's what I ordered one night, and I was just like, I guess this is what we do. And it was so ridiculously good. It tastes like it came off of somebody's grill. So I'm going to put this one on here too that says important. And because there was a lot of things I did yesterday that I need to make sure that I just record that I took care of them. And so these are Happy Planner, Me My Big Ideas, Mambi, but they do not stick that well. So I will come back with, glue, what have you, and then I just put it back down. So I just feel like, I have all these things. I work on them. I put them in. I have never used this glue before, and I can tell. I work on all these things and then they just fall out of my planner, or, pardon me, if I have to move it or whatnot, and then I just forget that I lost it. And so I'm going to make sure. Now, this one went through winter, so it is very thin. It may be thickening up. I hope it will, but I'm just going to use this little bitty bone folder that I received, and I'm just going to put it down like that, and then I can just wipe this clean. Another thing you can do is just use a piece of scrap trash that you're getting ready to throw away. I do that all the time, and then it will help dispense your glue. It looks like this is thickening up. I don't know if that's possible after it's thinned, but I will know soon if this is going to work as a regular craft glue or not. And so, but I do find, and you don't have to be as thorough as I'm being. I don't know why I'm being this way, except for that I love being with you guys. So that is what's going on in my world. What is going on in your world? And what is the most amazing thing that happened to you last week? And it may be like me going up some steps. That was huge. That was wanted to take a picture, but I felt like I'd be a weirdo of the steps. And then literally tearing up. So for you, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, that's so weird. But it was such a huge non-scale victory. So, and again, guys, for me, it's all about health. It's not about, if I lose weight, it'll be fantastic. Best thing for me, but it is about health. It is about my health. So what was your most wonderful thing? It could have been you got to talk to your grandchildren. You had a wonderful, well, I just dropped that, wonderful conversation with your spouse, your boyfriend, your children, your neighbor, your pastor. It was that you got to go to a restaurant you've been wanting to go to forever, or you cooked an amazing meal. I would love, share with us your meal. Teach us how you did it. And I still have that crooked. I'm so sorry, guys. I keep trying to work with the angle here and it's still not getting quite square. So, but anyways, I'm done. This is my week. If I didn't use any other planner, I'd be 100% ready to go. I love this. It has some pretty elements. I could do more florals in this, and that I will do because I love florals. But I also want to be able to write and make my list and check them off. And if you look over here for last week, I don't think I checked one doggone thing off. I didn't get my closet done, and I didn't get the carpet done or the dressing table. I did move my driver's test so I could go to this weekend, and then I did my videos. I did all of these things. I did all of this. I did all of that. Of course, we were still in tax season on Tuesday. That's a big part of not getting things checked off. And then on Thursday, I did part of this. I didn't do all of it. So that's the beauty of checking things off. I also love to fill out all my food planning, whether it be on this beautiful little add-in, which is my main bookmark for the week. If you wonder what these are my previous month's budget bookmark and this current month's budget bookmark. I'm using it some, I'm not using it everywhere. Or using all of it. I need to get better at that. But I love this. I usually put my menus on here, but I'm just finding that I actually, when I look at the day, I look at this more. I don't tend to look over here. I could also do my water here, my drinks, things I'm working on. I don't get it done. And I really use it more of a sticky note type thing. So, yeah. And I want to develop, I have a few things listed here for go-to meals, but I want to develop a really long list. So that's that. Okay. I love this. All I'm going to do is add this back in, come back in, fill out my lists. Do you guys want me to fill out a list with you guys? Do you want me to share that with you? I always feel like that's so boring, but I guess probably I talk a lot and that could be boring too, right? So, but if you guys want to watch me fill one out, leave a comment below. I will gladly do that. And for those of you who don't want to see it, I can decorate and then I'll say, okay, now I'm going to fill it out. You can go. You don't have to stay if you don't want to. But, I'd have to be really careful how I filled it out. You know that. we changed the names to protect the innocent. I also have this that I had gotten from DEK, but I'm going to use that in another way, so I'm going to save that for later. But I find that in these everyday planners, I do not want a clip because they always fall off and I lose them, and then I get mad. So I'm being honest. I can get mad at myself for doing that. So that's why I always buy, if there's extra of these to buy, I always buy any kind of clip-in bookmarker page. It is invaluable, or I'll use sticky notes. Sticky notes usually hold up very well. So, okay, guys, I hope this encouraged you. Keep it functional, keep it useful, keep it in a way that you will be the most productive. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for being here with me today. I have no idea how long this has gone. I have to take off my rings. Somebody's going to ask me, why are you not wearing your rings? They're falling off. So I wore them through the weekend. And, but literally if I wash my hands, my ring is like down here and I don't want to lose my wedding ring. Same thing with my grandmother's ring. So, I will be ringless for a little while, and I'll probably get some inexpensive rings and wear those for a while because, yes, my fingers are thinning due to weight loss, but they're really thinning due to inflammation reduction. So all that extra fluid I was carrying, I noticed because I always wear my dad's ring on my thumbs. Yeah, that's working. I can do that now. For a while, I couldn't do that. It's crazy. So I want to know, will my joints reduce more? If they reduce more, then I'll go down smaller on my rings. But yeah, and that's a byproduct of all this. It's amazing. So I still love my husband. he's he's a good guy. And we are happily moving along. So I just wanted to say that out loud. I'm not wearing my rings because of. Okay, friends, I hope this encouraged you today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, we'd love to have you, especially if you're going to come to the Bible journaling camp. Please get subscribed. We'd love to have you. It really helps me. I need to find a way to earn some income. And for a while here on the channel, I was doing very well with that. And then, oh, guys, all this extra mishigosh with YouTube is driving me crazy. I may just put a donate or join link, and you do not have to feel like you have to do any of it. I'm still praying that through, but especially when I have to purchase anything to review. Now, a lot of things I'm sent to review, and I don't even tell you that I was sent it because I want it to be an honest review. And I may start differentiating on Instagram, they asked me to review this, as opposed to that I purchased it and wanted to review it for you guys. But, and that part slowed way down because I can't afford to keep, doing what I'm doing. And my food bill is cutting way back right now. So it's just, we're getting older. We know retirement almost was here by this summer, but praise God, looks like it's not going to be. But once that happens, life really changes, right? Right. So we're too young to retire. I know that, but it may have been a forced situation. So, with all these companies, guys, here's a prayer request. Be praying for these people in these companies that they're just laying off monumental amount of people right now, and especially in our area because it's such a tech area up in Austin. But please be in prayer. The list is long. They're closing down some of the Walmarts. It's just crazy, the chain. Some McDonald's. Who closes a McDonald's? And I'm not a big McDonald's fan. I'm just saying, who closes a McDonald's, And even some Starbucks, places like that. The list is so long. It is so long. So just be in prayer for all these people. These are people. These are not numbers of employees or dollar signs. And I hear that so much. I just want to, sorry guys, but that's how I feel. And these are people. So small jobs are going to be taken up quick. When I couldn't do a small job or even a teaching job, I probably can pretty soon. I would think by the fall, but Not going back into classroom teaching except for retreats, because I want to focus more on the Bible. And that will only be by donation. It will never be by anything else. And of course, those, you can imagine those packets. But anyway, so I'm a teacher. I want to give everything I have when I do a class. And I haven't been able to do that in these last many years. So I'm excited to be back there again. And but my research right now is extensive. My research in the Word, of course, is first and foremost for my Christian friends out there, and then now it's medical and it's health and it's all of that. And so I literally met with these highly trained doctors this last weekend and here recently, and I see a long list of specialists, and my answer is I want to know the science. I see the change. I want to know the science. I was terrible in science. I hated science. I have a daughter that was a PhD biochem biophysics student. I mean, come on. I mean, I fed it to my kids, okay, because I homeschooled all of them, but I just found them the people that could fill the gap, and that was, I think that was the only area we had to really seriously subsidize was the science. And then she was teaching biology labs by high school. I mean, easily in Latin and piano and I did outsource piano, though I could have taught the children piano theoretically. I did not feel like, I felt like that was something I wanted to go outside, outside of the house for. And I'm trying to think, was there, gymnastics, that kind of stuff. I took that. That was fun for them. That was a fun thing. Gymnastics, dance, tap, all of that they did outside the house. But anyways, and of course things like Awanas and stuff, my kids were highly socialized. They were, and that's always the argument in the early days. They won't be socialized. Oh my gosh. Anyways, we had to cut back. We had so many things, but we had to be careful. But as a result, I just was repelled by science. I think it was the first biology lab in high school where we had to dissect a frog. And I remember looking at my partner going, I will pay you money. I will give you anything you want. Will you please do, will you please do this? I can't cut them up. And, I just can't do this. And I always had the best partners. They were just always so kind to me in those kind of settings. And sometimes they were complete strangers. I don't know how, but God was always so amazing in my life in that area. But now I don't want to cut open a frog, but I do want to know the science. I want to understand the terminology. And I just sit and look up words in every book I read, not every book, but a lot of the books I read. And, I don't want to go super deep, but I want to know why. I want to know why my muscles are stronger. I want to know why, I just want to know these things. And that's what I want to share on that other channel. But anyways, and I'm going to be wrong and you guys are going to correct me and I'm going to love it because I'm going to learn from y'all. But I think that in our lives, we must continue to grow in our knowledge and grow in our experiences and grow in all these different, I'm very opinionated of that. I'm so sorry. And I haven't been able to do it. Just haven't been able to. I've continued to watch tutorial type things mainly on YouTube for years because I am so dedicated to education. I was a teacher, administrator. I'm very dedicated to educating and growth and because my mother had Alzheimer's, keeping your brain muscle going. We need to keep those things going. And yeah. So anyways, and I was able to talk to big stinking smart doctors and then talk to the most amazingly not as well trained. And even those, I taught special ed, even those with disabilities, and there were people there with even, learning disabilities. And what an amazing opportunity to love and encourage everyone in that list. So it's good. So these are the things that keep me from right now pouring more content in here. But I'm excited about this Bible journaling camp. I really am, guys. I'm not going to lie. I need to pour over that more. I poured and poured and poured over it, but every day my brain is clearer and clearer. And so now I feel like I need to go back and redo what I was doing and make sure that I understood what I was thinking and, and do I need to add anything else? And I always keep them very, very basic and give tips on how you can dress it up and dress it down, because I have become to develop a very specific style for myself. That is not as what I would call artsy fartsy, but I am thrilled to play with you guys and thrilled to share in the artsy fartsy. But, and forgive me if that offends you, I'm sorry. But I kind of say that and hoping you're laughing. But I also love Bible journaling for the sake of knowing the word and knowing Jesus and knowing God's will and being able to hear his voice. So yes, I'm two-sided here, guys. All right, guys, I hope you guys, again, love this. Now, after all this, you're going to go, I'm never going to subscribe to this gal. She's a talker. I'm always a talker, but it's because I love you guys. And I want to give you as much as I possibly can and share with you and encourage you and excite you in knowing God and living your best life. Whether you're single, married, widowed, whatever, wherever you're at, young, old dog like me. And I met up with a gal that I have been watching on YouTube, and she's very close to my age. She's a little older, but not by much. And I just, she was always busy, and she was walking out of the main arena and I was walking in, and I just said, I am so sorry. I just want to say really quick, I love your channel. You represent me. You are my age. You are on a similar path that I'm on, and I really appreciate you. And she was so sweet. The first thing she said, well, you don't look like you're my age. I was like, oh, that's the diet. That's completely changed. Believe me, it's completely changed. And I said, but no, I'm old. I'm old. Trust me. And I do look old. And anyways, she was so kind and so gracious. And she even reached out for my name badge, said, I want to know your name, after we talked a minute or two. And she was on her way to the restroom. I was like, when she said, I'm just on my way to the restroom. And I was like, no, go. You'll see my circle on your channel, my little picture dot, though I don't have the name of my name. I use the channel name, but how precious is that? How precious is that we meet people, whether they're our age, older, younger. I met people in their 70s, became really good friends with a lady in her 70s, and just adore her. And we're going to meet for coffee, I hope. We talked about it. So, and another good, I think, a gal, we may be friends for life. She's in her 60s. We're very close in age. And you just have to keep growing, guys. And if this is a way that helps you be more organized so you can do more, feel better, not have all this extra fluff in your head, like what I need to do today so I can do other things with my brain, how wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? But okay, guys, I pray your day's blessed, creative, and lovely. Thank you for being here. Not sure if I said that or not already. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, share this with anyone that would encourage them, because that's what this channel is about, is encouraging each other in our walks, no matter where we're at. And and lastly, I love you guys. But most importantly, I love you guys. But even more than that, Jesus loves you so very, very, very much. Keep serving him well. Okay, guys, y'all take care. Be safe. Love y'all. Bye.